Goodbye, Lady Russell. And thank you.
Goodbye, my dear.
So you've come at last? I was beginning to think I'd never see you. Oh, Anne, I'm so ill I can hardly speak. I haven't seen a creature the whole morning.
Oh, Mary, I am sorry. You seemed so well when you wrote.
Oh, well, I made the best of it, as I always do. But I was very far from well at the time. I don't think I've ever been so ill as I am this morning.
Oh, dear me.
Well, certainly not well enough to be left alone. What if I was suddenly seized in some dreadful way and not able to ring the bell? So Lady Russell wouldn't get out. I don't think she's been in this house 3 times all summer.
She sent you her love, Mary. Where's Charles?
Oh, out shooting as usual. I haven't seen him since 7 o'clock this morning. He would go, though I told him how ill I was. He said he wouldn't be long, and now it's almost 1. Look.
Well, he must have had good sport, then.
Anne, I do believe that if Charles were to see me dying, he wouldn't believe there was anything the matter with me. You might try and persuade him while you're here that I really am very ill. Much worse than I ever admit. I assure you, I haven't seen a soul this whole long morning.
But haven't you had your little boys with you?
Oh, only as long as I could bear their noise.
Well, you will soon be better now. You know I always cure you. How are your neighbours at the great house?
I can't tell you I haven't seen one of them this morning. Oh, except Mr. Musgrove. And he only spoke at the window without getting off his horse. I told him how ill I was, but none of them's been to see me. The Miss Musgroves never put themselves out of their way, you know.
Well, it's early yet. They may be here at any moment.
Oh, I don't want them, I assure you. They laugh and talk much too much for me. Oh, Anne, I'm so very unwell. It was most unkind of you not to come on Thursday.
But, Mary, you wrote and said that you were in no hurry for me.
Oh, well. But you hadn't asked me one word about our dinner at the Pools yesterday.
But did you go? I thought you had been too ill for a party.
Oh, yes, I went. I was very well yesterday. There's nothing at all the matter till this morning. It would have been very odd if I hadn't gone.
I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Oh, it was nothing remarkable. One always knows beforehand what the dinner will be and who will be there. It's so uncomfortable not having a carriage of our own. Mr. and Mrs. Musgrove took me, and we were so crowded. Oh, they're both so very large, and they take up so much room. And Mr. Musgrove always sits forward. So I was crowded into the back seat with Henrietta and Louisa. I think I'm ill today because of it.
I'm looking forward to seeing all the Musgroves again.
Well, you won't go and call on them till they've been to see you.
Oh, Mary, I wouldn't dream of standing upon ceremony with the Musgroves.
Yes, but they ought to call on you. No, they ought to feel what is due to you as my sister. You know, Mrs. Musgrove often fails to give me my due precedence when we dine at the great house.
Well, I'm sure it is only because she thinks of you as one of the family.
Well, I don't see why I should be considered so much at home as to lose my place, Anne.
La señora Clay, mi padre e Isabel partieron para Bath a primeros de agosto. Fue el último servicio de nuestra carroza de 4 caballos. Tras 2 días en casa de la señora Russell, continué viaje a Uppercross, un pueblecito que conservaba todavía los caracteres de la vieja Inglaterra, y en donde mi hermana María vivía con su marido, el hidalgo Carlos Musgrove.
Hola, María. Al fin llegaste. Creí que nunca más te volvería a ver. Ay, me encuentro tan mal que apenas tengo fuerzas para hablar. No lo creerás, pero no he visto a nadie en toda la mañana.
Siento mucho encontrarte así.
Me enviaste el lunes tan buenas noticias que me entretuve un día con la señora Russell.
2 días. He estado a punto de morir. Luego saqué fuerzas de flaqueza, como hago siempre, pero no estaba bien, ni mucho menos. Bájate de la silla. Jacoba recogerá tu equipaje. Bueno, y llévese de aquí a estos niños, que no hacen más que dar la lata.
Vamos, niños, vamos.
Venga. Adiós.
Si quieres arreglarte... Ay, pero no, mejor ven. Siéntate conmigo y hazme compañía. Créeme, en mi vida creo haberme sentido tan mal como esta mañana. Figúrate, yo no estoy para que se me deje sola. En cualquier momento puede darme algo y no tengo acción ni para tirar de la campanilla.
¿Y tu marido?
¿Carlos? De caza, como siempre. Se empeñó en marcharse a pesar de haberle dicho lo mal que me encontraba. Prometió no tardar, pero ya ves, es casi la 1. En toda la mañana no he visto un alma viviente.
¿No han estado contigo los chicos?
Sí, mientras he podido aguantar el alboroto, sí. Pero son tan traviesos que me hacen más daño que provecho.
Ahora que estoy yo aquí ya verás cómo te mejorarás enseguida. Oye, ¿y los padres de Carlos?
No puedo decirte nada de ellos. A mi suegro le he visto esta mañana pasar por el jardín, sin detenerse siquiera a decirme buenos días.
Tal vez luego vengan.
Maldita la falta que me hacen. Te lo aseguro, charlan demasiado para mí. Ay, qué mal me encuentro. Ha sido cruel conmigo al no venir antes.
Pero María, me escribiste diciendo que estabas muy bien. Por eso me quedé con la señora Russell.
Esa es otra, que nunca viene a visitarme.
Además tenía que terminar el trabajo.
¿Trabajar tú? Pero hija mía, ¿qué es lo que tú podías hacer?
Muchas cosas. Desde el catálogo de los libros de papá hasta mis baúles, las plantas que Isabel quiere que le envíen a Bath. Y...
A veces pienso que tanto papá como Isabel piensan que no sirves para nada, pero te encargan siempre las labores más difíciles. Ay, pero no hables tanto, que me mareas. ¿No me has preguntado nada acerca de la comida de ayer en casa de Pollet?
Es que fuiste. Pensé que tu enfermedad te habría obligado a excusarte.
Uy, ya lo creo que fui. Ayer estaba perfectamente. No he sentido nada hasta esta mañana. Hubiera chocado mi ausencia. No fue nada de particular. Además, es tan incómodo eso de no tener coche propio. Los padres de Carlos me llevaron en el suyo y fuimos tan apretados. Y luego mis 2 cuñaditas. Por cierto, no pensarás ir a visitarles antes de que ellos vengan.
¿A quiénes no he de visitar?
¿No me escuchas? A mis suegros, los Musgrove.
Oh, no veo por qué no. Siempre me han sido muy simpáticos. Además, nunca he llevado hasta el extremo la ceremonia con la familia de Carlos.
Ah, pues yo opino diferentemente. No tienen más remedio que venir a verte enseguida. Están obligados a saber lo que se te debe, como hermana mía que eres.
So, you've come at last. I began to think I should never see you. I am so ill. I can hardly speak. I haven't seen a creature the whole morning. Suppose I were to be seized in some dreadful way. I'm not able to ring the bell. Lady Russell, I notice, would not come in person. I do not think she's been in this house 3 times this summer.
Lady Russell cordially asked to be remembered to yourself and Charles.
Oh, Charles is out shooting. I haven't seen him since 7 o'clock. He said he would not stay long, but he hasn't come back, has he? I do believe if Charles were to see me dying, he wouldn't believe there was anything the matter with me.
Well, you know, I always cure you when I come to Applecross. So, how is everyone at the great house?
Oh, I can give you no account of them, I assure you. Not one of them has been near me. Doesn't happen to suit the Miss Musgroves, I suppose, to visit the sick.
Oh, perhaps you will see them before the morning is gone.
Oh, I do not want them, I assure you. My sisters-in-law talk and laugh a great deal too much for one in my condition. And Henrietta goes on and on about that wretched curate from Winthrop. Oh, Anne. Why could you not have come earlier? Why, it is so unkind.
My dear Mary, I really have had so much to do.
What can you possibly have had to do?
Oh, a great many things, as a matter of fact.
Oh. Well. Dear me. You haven't asked me one word about our dinner at the Pools yesterday.
Well, I thought you must have been obliged to give up the engagement.
Oh, no, I was very well yesterday. It's just today. I feel like death.
Had you a pleasant party?
Nothing remarkable. One always knows beforehand what the dinner will be and who will be there. It is so very uncomfortable not having a carriage of one's own. Charles's parents took me. We were so crowded. They take up so much room. I was crushed into the back seat with Henrietta and Louisa. And I think it most likely that my illness today may be owing to it. You know, Anne, I'm feeling somewhat improved. Always assuming I do not relapse. Shall we walk after lunch into the great house?
Oh, I'd like that.
I ought to have called on you first, of course. You ought to have had the manners to know what is due to you as my sister.
But I wouldn't dream of standing on ceremony with people I know so well as the Musgroves.
I only pray that I am spared any meeting. I know my chance of happiness has passed forever. But to be reminded of it by his presence here would, I am certain, be more than my spirits could bear.
Who is that young lady, Mr. Shepherd?
Oh, that is Miss Anne Elliot, Admiral. Sir Walter's middle daughter. The only one with any sense.
Pity then that we did not make her acquaintance.
She has been half a mile away at Applecross with her sister.
Oh, well then we certainly shall make her acquaintance. Is she married, Mr. Shepherd?
Sadly, no, ma'am. Nor I think at her age is likely to be.
Well, it is certainly roomier than a frigate. Such a number of looking glasses. There's no getting away from oneself.
I think this room will do very well for Frederick.
Let us see if he comes. Your brother seems dead set against the whole idea of Kellynch.
I fear Somerset has unpleasant memories for him. There was once talk of an engagement to a girl in the county.
There was?
8 years ago or so. We were in the East Indies at the time. He's never spoken of it, but his heart was quite broken, I believe.
Well. Frederick engaged. Who would have thought it?
Indeed. I sometimes wonder if he will ever settle down.
So, you are come at last. I began to think I should never see you. I am so ill. I can hardly speak. In fact, I do not think I was ever so ill in my life as I have been all this morning. I'm very unfit to be left alone, I'm sure.
Is Charles not here?
Charles will go out shooting, even though I told him I was ill. And I have not seen a soul this whole long morning. Not one of the Musgroves has seen fit to come and see me, even though Charles told them I was ill. It did not suit, I suppose.
Oh, you will see them yet, I'm sure. It is still early. Or perhaps if you feel well enough to attempt the short walk to the great house, we could call upon them.
We ought to wait till they call upon you. They should know what is due to you as my sister.
I assure you I have not the smallest objection on that account.
Perhaps a little air would do me good. But I really must eat something first. I'm quite starved.
I wonder how he feels as to a meeting. If he'd wished to see me before now, he need not have waited. He's angry still, I'm sure. What if I've been wrong? What if he's been pining for me day and night all these years?
Can someone help me?
Mary is preferable to Elizabeth in that she's a total narcissist. So conversing with her requires very little energy and can be great fun. Once, I went an entire 24 hours speaking exclusively in Italian. She only noticed when I asked her to pass the sale. She's so wrapped up in her own suffering that until I clear my throat, she won't even notice I'm here. Watch. First, she'll complain about some unidentifiable ailment that has her on the verge of death. Next, she'll rail against her husband for not caring for her properly. And then she will assault her in-laws, who constantly disrespect her and must secretly despise her.
I'm monstrously relieved that you're here. I don't know what it is. A bug of some sort. I can't move. I'm on the verge of death. Charles is out shooting. Not a single caring word on his way out. And my in-laws sent me that lovely bouquet. Isn't that sweet? They'll only rot, of course, and then I'll feel even worse than if they hadn't sent anything at all. How unkind is it to remind a dying person of decay? And these people hate me.
Not to mention the children are monsters, the house is drafty, and nobody cares about the theatre anymore.
Precisely, and yes.